So we're back to the lid now and looking at another squared off section. I know it's blurry. This is actually the clearest picture I can get. The section we're looking at is usually heavy pixelated. Between this like film strip section here. All these little dots you see have a multitude of use and meaning. Okay, so I'm gonna put forward what we're looking at here. Actually, before I do, I'll say that if you actually blur your eyes, some of these scenes become clearer, and I think they're meant to be blurred together, because it nearly makes them like a moving picture. When they start to, you'll see one thing and then you'll shift angles or perception and it turns into another. And another example of that, if you look really closely, like you might have to go on the microscope, those things that look like piano keys, you see on the white it looks like small numbers, maybe a 4, an 8, a 6, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's an interesting instrument. These attunements. But yeah, okay, what I was suggesting was those numbers even change when you look at them. You can be, yeah, different numbers. Okay, so back to this, been looking at the squared off scenes, which contain little separate scenes in themselves. This one, I'm going to suggest looking at a disgruntled, we're seeing like a sad face, upside down, smile. This gets a bit cartoony, like in the different layers. I'll point out more stuff like this, it's not the only example. So we're seeing like these bearded men kind of with hats, and they look separate, then you look closer and then it turns into one big one, kind of to show that it is there. And I'll show you what I mean. You go into this quadrant or segment just below the piano, see two eyes looking up, where the dots are in the eyes. There's the mouth, sad mouth, and the beard. If we go back, they become 3 at a table. Now I told you about the Grail theme throughout the tomb and the different Grails found. Now if you're in the hidden kind of subtleties, the Grail seems to be connected to the fruit. It's round, but there's also little, it's like how we see with the black dots, little nodules on them. Now these are upside down versions, flat bottoms, curved. So it's an upside down turn cup on a table where men are sitting. So to me it's an earlier form, a little screenshot, a little snapshot into the past, where I suggest that the disgruntled look and the astonished look on the disciples in the Last Supper originally was the fact that he told them they weren't going to continue a bloodline through the normal means, and it was the end of the bloodline and a change. and to someone like that that's been continuing lines for thousands of years and bloodlines, that's quite a shock. So, and it goes into like this been a bit of controversy about King Tut, if he was murdered because there's a head wound, as we see. We go into the murder kind of scenario. We see the break, the base of the head. I didn't do that on purpose, by the way. That was just my pen dropping. The base of the flower. And we also see like another reason, maybe like the geometry converging on the wound as a major point at the base, the same wound suffered by the corpse in the tomb. And there's the fruit, there's the bush, and it's going around in through the arches, as I showed on the bottom panel as well. Okay, so that's what I put forward, that yeah, the end, another crossing, yeah, so origins.